Trick or Treat is this anthology-esque horror movie. It takes place on Halloween night, following 4 interwoven stories of characters encountering various dangers, some real, others supernatural. Despite coming out, holy shit, 16 years ago, this movie feels incredibly fresh and timeless in its presentation. It's quite literally the perfect Halloween movie. Okay, sidebar. Once I started writing this video, I had never seen any of the Halloween movies, but halfway through this, I did get to catch the first one in theaters, and it is a fantastic movie in its own way, but I still stand by this being a perfect movie about the holiday, Halloween. This movie captures everything great about the holiday. The decorations, costumes, death around every corner, strange shit going on in the woods. It simply got it all. So if you haven't seen it and want something perfect to watch for today, I highly recommend giving it a watch. I'm just going to talk a little bit about each of the storylines and the things I liked, so massive spoiler alert. The opening is pretty funny and a crazy way to set the tone for the movie. As much as I love this movie in the month of October, I am not a big Halloween guy. It was never the holiday I went nuts for, so it's a little scary to see this woman just get murdered for blowing out a jack-o'-lantern before midnight, but there are some very rigid rules in this movie about the holiday of Halloween that we get to learn throughout, so... I think the Principal Wilkins stuff might be my favorite. I think it's a mix of the black comedy of it all and Dylan Baker's amazing performance, just perfectly playing this seemingly nice guy who's also the school principal, so he's gotta be good with kids. Oh God. Yeah, it's also funny that when I watched this as a kid, I thought Wilkins was a super fan of Halloween like Sam and just killed people who disrespected the day. But after watching it again, I am 99% sure he just loves killing people. He kills this kid by poisoning his candy, so always make sure, guys, to just never eat candy. You won't get any poison, and you also won't get any cavities. It's a win-win. And this storyline is just so funny, despite the fact that we're watching a child get murdered. It's really a testament to the writing and performances, and it ends on just a hilariously dark note, too, with Wilkins essentially raising his son to be a murderer, but hey, at least they're bonding. That makes it all right in my book. My God, this movie has a lot more children dying than I remember. Not like that's a bad thing. Okay, listen, here's the thing about killing kids in a movie, okay? I don't like it because I like seeing kids die. I like it because once a kid is killed in a movie, you really know no one is safe, because a majority of movies have conditioned you to be like, I know every kid and animal is safe from danger. So when a movie kills a kid, I'm like, oh shit, people can really die. Anyways, that's my tangent on why if you are writing a story, don't be afraid to murk some kids as long as it's tasteful, okay? Don't go nuts, all right? A good example is in this movie, and especially this chapter. This is definitely the darkest storyline, and it's not very funny, but it still works. I'm glad the movie is able to get serious without feeling like a tonal whiplash. As a kid, and even today, the backstory of the sunken bus is so sad to witness. The fact that this many children's parents would not only give up, but all come together to orchestrate their children's murder is insane. Also, they all paid this bus driver to do it, and we never hear the number. I bet the number wasn't even that high, because we see the house he's living in later, and it ain't a high-rise mansion or anything, so I'm thinking they gave him like $50 and a case of beer. People would do some crazy shit for that. Even though this chapter is really dark, it contains probably the purest character, Rhonda, but even she is a little dark at the end. The prank these kids pulled on her was way out of line and super messed up, but leaving them all to die? That had to have been an awkward day in class on Monday. I love the nod Rhonda and Sam exchange at the end, though. They just both have a love of the game. I love the misdirection in this chapter. These girls are constantly talking about their first time, and Anna Paquin's character hasn't had it yet, so it seems like a virginity thing. But once we see them trap these men, you're like, oh, I get it. They're vampires.
Hi, my name is...
Shit. Also, some really fun foreshadowing with her costume being Little Red Riding Hood. I will say, though, the worst thing about this chapter is that we see the unfortunate death of Principal Wilkins, who had such a packed schedule tonight. He was trying to kill a third person after the kid and after his date. It just wasn't enough. He needed to kill someone else. Like, my God, he was active. This is just a great one to end it off on. We get Sam, who's just been in the background for most of the movie. He's front and center here, fighting Logan Roy. And we also get to see Sam's horrific appearance. Sorry, not sorry, if you think he's a cute little creature. I love how it ends with Sam just leaving because Logan Roy unintentionally gave him some candy, thus following the rules of the holiday. It's kind of interesting how Sam isn't a crazy horror villain. He just has this rigid code that can sometimes lead to people dying. I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, the only person Sam killed was an innocent woman. So that's fun. The last 5 minutes of the movie are also so great in making you just want to rewatch the whole thing. It's such a perfect full circle moment for the movie and the 4 storylines. I love it. In the end, I'm just in awe of how much this movie is able to juggle in such a short runtime. Not only multiple characters and storylines, but even different subgenres of horror like slasher and supernatural. It's such an out there idea that could easily not work, but everyone that was a part of this understood the assignment perfectly and made a holiday classic. Sam is an iconic character despite barely being in the movie, but his presence is just felt in every chapter. Sometimes he'll only be in it for like just a little scene in the background. He's always just kind of watching over everything because this is his holiday. He's like, I run this bitch. There have been some rumblings of a sequel for some time. Reportedly, one is in development with the same director, which is good, but even if it never comes out, I think this is such a solid and well-rounded movie that can easily stand on its own. I do think we will get a sequel, though. I just hope it's good, obviously, but I also would like to see it delve into more horror subgenres. I'd love it if we just get another batch of stories, maybe some different ideas, some possession, body horror, I don't know, but just something different, but kind of in the same vein. And it would be cool to see Sam again. But we will just have to wait and see. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Happy Halloween. Have a safe night. Watch this movie if you have the time. Let me know your thoughts on it. What's your favorite storyline? What would you want to see in a sequel? Let me know all that stuff down below. And as always, I will see you on the next one.